During World War II, the U.S. military deployed the M18 Hellcat Tank Destroyer in 1943. This tracked vehicle, equipped with a rotating turret and exceptional maneuverability, did not meet design expectations primarily due to its weak armor protection, which could easily be penetrated by a 20mm caliber cannon. By the fall of 1944, the U.S. ceased production of the M18 and converted many of the M18 chassis to create the M39 Armored Utility Vehicle. Initially intended as a prime mover for the M5 anti-tank gun, the M39 evolved into a multi-purpose vehicle due to issues with the M5. It was capable of tasks such as artillery towing, troop transport, medical evacuation, supply transportation, reconnaissance, and command duties. The modifications were relatively straightforward. Designers eliminated the unnecessary turret and interior equipment of the M18, enlarged the turret opening, and raised the protective armor on all sides. This resulted in an open-topped compartment where a .50 caliber machine gun was mounted, providing the vehicle with basic self-defense capability. Due to limitations in the chassis structure, the M39 had several impractical features. Personnel and cargo could only enter and exit from the top, as the sides were fitted with tracks and could not accommodate doors. The front of the vehicle housed the driver's compartment, and the rear housed the engine, making it impossible to install doors. This structure restricted transportation efficiency, made embarking and disembarking inconvenient for personnel, and hindered the loading and unloading of bulky and large items. The M39 was frequently used as an ammunition transport vehicle for howitzers, and while the vehicle's armor offered better protection than a standard truck, it did increase the workload for soldiers during unloading. In terms of armor protection, the M39 retained the same level of defense as the M18, with armor thickness ranging from 4.8 to 12.70 mm, similar to that of a light armored vehicle. However, its open-top structure was criticized, and subsequent models intentionally added top armor. The M39 only participated in some late-stage European operations during World War II, where its role was not particularly significant. It also saw action in the Korean War, undertaking various tasks such as transporting shells for the M41 self-propelled howitzers and supplying remote outposts with provisions. During the Battle of the Imjin River, the M39 Armored Utility Vehicle engaged with the Chinese People's Volunteer Army. At that time, a U.S. artillery battalion was providing fire support to a South Korean infantry division when nearby friendly forces withdrew, prompting the battalion to evacuate urgently. Two M39 vehicles equipped with heavy machine guns engaged with the Chinese People's Volunteer Army and were destroyed. In addition to the U.S. military, the United States provided 100 M39 vehicles to West Germany in 1956. Interestingly, West Germany seemed unappreciative, as both countries replaced the vehicle with new equipment around 1960. The M39 Armored Utility Vehicle weighed approximately 15 tons, with a length of 5.28 meters, a width of 2.87 meters, and a height of 2.03 meters. It had a crew of 3 and could transport 8 soldiers. The vehicle was armed with a 12.11 machine gun and carried 900 rounds. It had a maximum speed of 80 kilometers per hour and a maximum range of 160 kilometers, with a total of 640 vehicles produced.